not letting it run wild. God has told us and given us the restraint that we can control this mind. But in order to do that, you need tools. And one of the tools that you need is the power of the Holy Spirit. Because without him, you can't do anything. Let me give you a story. This story is the prisoner who became free before his release. A man in prison said, "I was free the day Christ renewed my mind, even though my body was still behind bars." My body was still behind bars. You know, one of the life applications is that you can begin to replace the thoughts, rewrite the paradigm. That old program, it's just like a computer, again, updating its operating system. Learn to write down 3 negative thoughts you repeat. Write the scriptures that contradicts each negative thought. Rewrite each negative thought into a faith-filled declaration. Number 4, speak these declarations loud every morning for 21 days. Why 21 days? It takes about 21 days to begin forming a new mental pattern. This is spiritually neutral rewiring. One of the lessons that we learned from this: a renewed mind produces a renewed life. A changed paradigm produces changed decision. Your mindset determines your spiritual attitude. If the enemy can control your mind, he can control your life. But if God renews your mind, he will transform your life. So, brothers and sisters, remember how to apply this to your life. New Year focus, start with scripture, feeding your mind with God's truth daily. Challenging negative thinking. Stop rehearsing defeat. Speak life, my brothers and sisters. Your words reinforce your mindset. So remember, there's a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Roane, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome into David West, Star Stories, the Kaz Walker Show. I got a text yesterday saying that David was not going to be able to be here today because his therapy was scheduled for 10 this morning, and they couldn't get it rescheduled. And then this morning, I got a text that they got therapy done early, and he was going to try and make it. So David should be here. Might be running a bit late here, but we'll get him in here, hopefully, and get him back on the radio, especially here before Christmas time. I'd like that. I know you guys would too. So hopefully we'll get that going. He'll be here. He'll make it in a moment. Nobody's sent me anything different since then, but we'll get that going for you directly here on Ask Your Neighbor, David West, Stars and Stories of the Kaz Walker Show. So when I come right back here in just a moment, hopefully we'll have David on, ready to go.
You never know when life is going to throw you a curveball. Say you're involved in a traffic accident and you need some legal advice. Maybe you're released from your job for no reason. Or you suspect it's because you're getting older. You might know of someone whose marriage is on the rocks. Divorce is soon. Bad things happen to good people all the time. And Saturday mornings from 11 until noon, T. Scott Jones will be taking your calls and giving you legal advice. That's 11 until noon Saturday mornings, right here on WYSH.
The Christmas shopping season is rapidly winding down, and you can finish your shopping at Shylock's Pawn in Clinton. They've got a big Christmas blowout sale going on. All merchandise except firearms and jewelry, 30% off. Select firearms and jewelry are marked down. And you get a free background check with a firearm purchase. Shylock's will be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so hurry in today and save on those last-minute gifts. Shylock's Pawn, 1204 Clinch Avenue in Clinton, 865-457-2960. And remember, if you need money, Shylock's has cash for you.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Anderson County Chamber of Commerce, now located at 500 North Charles G. Severs Boulevard in the brand new facility, the William Bear Stevenson Family Chamber Building. Contact the Anderson County Chamber of Commerce at 865-457-2559. Once again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Anderson County Chamber of Commerce. 865-457-1380. While we wait on Dave to come in, if you guys have anything you'd like to ask or share, maybe you'd like to wish somebody Merry Christmas, whatever the case might be, he is on the way. I know for sure that he's coming. Just got a message from Karen. Thank you, Karen. Dave's on the way. He'll be here directly. Take your time. We'll be here. We ain't going nowhere, and we'll get him on the radio for you. But in the meantime, if you'd like to jump in, add something, share something, if you'd like to say happy birthday to somebody, well, we'd love to have you here on the radio. Let's see here. I believe Jimmy Burge is going to be here tomorrow. He and his daughter, they're going to be here talking about, I think they've got a new Christmas book coming out. We'll talk about that. I know he's compiling short stories into a book called The Adventures of a Mountain Boy. Says it might be coming out in spring. We'll talk about that based on growing up in the mountains, but we'll talk about their Christmas books and stuff. That's tomorrow. We've had a busy week here at the Radio Ranch on Ask Your Neighbor, haven't we? All right. Take a break. We'll be back with your calls with David or something. We'll figure something out here to do. 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. Good morning.
Rogers Group. Who are they?
Rogers Group is a family-owned business started in 1908 that operates in 7 states. Locally, they're in Oak Ridge and Campbell County.
Rogers Group. What do they do?
They offer high-quality products and services at competitive prices. They offer commercial and residential services, crushed stone, sand, gravel, asphalt paving, and road and bridge construction.
Rogers Group. Where are they?
250 Union Valley Road in Oak Ridge and at 429 Queener Road in Jacksboro.
Rogers Group, a local, family-owned, community-minded business.
Party 5 here with some big news. Not just big news, this is really big news. The senior benefits team at Madison Insurance Group has a whole website that talks about nothing but Medicare. It's straighttalkmedicare.com, folks. If you have questions about Medicare, just nip it right in the bud. Visit straighttalkmedicare.com or call the senior benefits team at Madison Insurance Group at 865-425-7300. Tell them Barney sent you.
The Hammers family wants to wish all of their customers a Merry Christmas this holiday season, and Hammers welcomes you to come shop with us and meet all your holiday needs. We're still the same family-owned business you've come to know and love since 1952. Make Hammers your one-stop shop for Christmas. Every day, we're receiving new items from some of your favorite brands in clothing and home goods for the entire family at bargain prices. Look for famous brands like Carhartt, Wrangler, Columbia, Under Armour, Simply Southern, and many of the latest lady boutique brands at Hammers' low prices. During the holidays, enjoy Hammers' extended hours. We'll be open 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday and Sunday 1 to 5. Before you do your shopping online, be sure to stop by Hammers in Clinton, Halls, Sevierville, New Tazewell, and Wartburg to see what's new. Also, visit Hammers' Facebook and Instagram for daily deals. And remember, if you miss a day at Hammers, you miss a bargain.
Haven't been to Hammers, you should see us now.
You lose a lot, and, winning is a blessing and a curse.
Letting them know that we have a shot to run well every week is always good.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
This is the kind of racing you can feel in your chest. Door to door, inches apart, every lap, all on the line. This is Echo Park Speedway, the hottest track in NASCAR. 3 days of tailgates, camping, and full-throttle fun. But Sunday is chaos, speed, and glory. This February 22nd, the Auto Trader 400 takes over Atlanta. Get tickets at EchoParkSpeedway.com.
With that dominating win at Richmond back in August, Austin Dillon captured his golden ticket into the Cup Series playoff for the 6th time. And it also gave him 6 victories in a career that now spans 444 starts.
It's a grind, and you lose a lot. And, winning is a blessing and a curse. It teaches you, when you're winning all the time, it's hard to understand certain things. So when you lose, it really teaches you a lot more.
Says Dillon, putting on his hat as the RCR team psychologist.
You learn a lot more of what kind of person you are when you lose and who the people you have around you. Because winning is great and easy. Everybody loves you. But when you start to struggle, the guy that comes out of that's the person I want to be around, because no matter what adversity they hit, they're going to come out the other side of it. As you go through those things, you're not going to win constantly. You're the best in the world. There's only a few of those people, the GOATs, that do it. But at some point in their career, they probably lost. And they figured it out earlier than most.
For the impact he's had on Major League stock car racing, NASCAR Commissioner Steve Phelps has been named to the Sports Business Journal Influence 125. But there's rampant speculation Phelps might not survive the fallout from the now settled antitrust lawsuit.
We work hard to keep our cars looking great on the outside, but engine components need our attention too. That's where you can trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant to disperse carbon buildup in your engine and fuel system and keep your car or truck running at its peak. By soaking into the metal of your engine, Z-Max Micro Lubricant improves performance, extends engine life, and reduces emissions. Trust the many customers who've said, "Thanks for saving my engine." Find out more at zmax.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We just heard from Austin Dillon on what he's looking for in a good teammate. Now we hear from Kyle Larson on how he keeps his crew pumped up through a long season.
I think just for me, just staying positive and motivated and not letting team members see you down or, not motivated. So trying to just keep putting in my best effort every week and, letting them know that we have a shot to run well every week is always good.
PRN's Garage Pass, not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
See if your parents qualify for free home health care if they ever worked at the Oak Ridge plant. It's the White Card program. Call Hand in Hand Home Health Care, 865-272-5410, 272-5410. Not affiliated with the U.S. Department of Energy or Department of Labor.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9047. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Well, guys, we're trying to hang on here and wait on David to get here. Got a message from Karen that he's on his way. Going to try and make it here today. So if you'll just bear with me, we'll get them on here as quickly as they get here. If you've got anything you'd like to share with us in the meantime, 865-457-1380 or 877-711-4005. We'll try and wait it out here a few more minutes
Looking your best is everything. And at Way to Go Anti-Aging Medical Spa, we make sure you shine now. No more waiting for the perfect moment. It's time to take control of your beauty journey. With our Morpheus 8 treatments, say goodbye to that turkey neck and hello to smoother skin. And right now, save $100 on a single session or $300 on a series of 3. This month, indulge in our filler special. Buy 1 syringe and save $50. Buy 2 and save $150. Plus, enjoy 50% off our full leg laser hair removal series and all peels. Don't wait, call or text us today at 865-688-7205. 688-7205. Visit our Knoxville location at 6714 Central Avenue Pike and see how we can help you look and feel your best. Explore more at waytogomedicalspa.com because looking great never goes out of style. And that's why there's Way to Go Anti-Aging Medical Spa, your trusted partner in timeless beauty. Way to Go Weight Loss and Anti-Aging Medical Spa. Timeless beauty awaits you.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Here comes our cold front. It's going to bring us warm and windy conditions throughout the day. Temperatures topping out near 60. Scattered showers throughout the day, but a line of showers and storms after sundown tonight. This forecast is brought to you by Master Battery. And from now through December 19th is a Christmas bike giveaway. No purchase necessary. And a free battery installation with the purchase of a new battery. Master Battery. They have what you need when you need it. I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center for AM 1380, FM 101.1, and FM 99.5 WYSH.
Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Our Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Our Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, they thought I was fast asleep and they thought I was tucked in bed. They never thought that I'd come a peeping or that I'd hear what was said. Santa put his arm around Mama and Mama put her arm around him. So if Santa Claus ain't Daddy, then I'm gonna tell on them. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Our Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Our Daddy looked a lot like him. I never saw a dancer, a prancer. I never heard the sleigh bells ring. I never saw the red-nosed reindeer like they show on the TV screen. But it sure brought a lot of presents, so Santa Claus he must have been. Really sure looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Our Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him.
Your baby boy will one day walk on water. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby give sight to a blind man.
Mary, did you know
that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand?
Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God.
Oh, Mary, did you know?
Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know
that your baby boy is Lord of all creation?
Mary, did you know
that your baby boy will one day rule the nation?
Did you know?
Did you know that your baby boy
is heaven's perfect land? The sleeping child you're holding
is the great I Mary, did you know?
AM 1380 WYSH FM 101.1. Good morning, everybody. Ask your neighbor. David West, Stars and Stories, the Kaz Walker Show. David's here. Good morning, brother Dave. You made it.
We just flew in.
Boy, are my wings tired.
2 speeding tickets and 1 reckless driving.
I hope we didn't get no tickets.
No, we didn't get no tickets.
Good.
No tickets for anything. Well, we're glad to be back.
It's good to have you back. You've been fighting with it for a while, haven't you?
World War III since I was over here.
Boy, I tell you.
Oh, I didn't know I was sick. I just done a big show. Mike was with us. We was in Wild Wings, and then we done one of the prettiest shows as a church I ever saw. I never saw a church as pretty. And
what church were you at?
Thing there, huh?
What church?
Fireview up there in Quarantine.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see that dining room.
Pretty, huh?
It's indescribable.
It's nice. Good.
I told him, I said, I played the White House. They didn't give us room. It's pretty. It's the prettiest I ever saw. But anyhow, I done that, eat turkey, woke up next morning, took a good cold drink of water, and I went to orbit.
Wasn't good, huh?
But it actually killed me, and I got over. They said, oh, it's bad. It's gallbladder. Got in there and said, oh, now you got pancreatitis off from it. It's, set all that off.
So started with gallbladder, went to pancreatitis.
He said he's going to be one sick puppy, so he went in and operated on me.
Yeah.
Well, I got over the gallbladder. I was out going 2 days later. And then the pancreatitis set in. He thought they would give me an antibiotic. Thought it would go away, but it didn't go away.
No.
So I've been wearing a tube till
last week, wasn't it? Last week.
I'm supposed to go Monday.
Yeah.
Get another cat scan, see. And we're having trouble finding cats. You got stray cats, eh?
No.
Oh, goodness me. You get to laugh about it. It is hard when you're sick as I was.
I bet.
People call, and they say, I don't know what's wrong with me. You don't answer the phone. I'm too sick to even get a drink of water. 4 days and nights.
I try not to mess with you when you're sick. I'll call or text Karen usually.
Yeah. 4 days and nights. I couldn't even drink a drink of water.
Good Lord.
Because they're going to put the tube in next morning. They're going to do it next morning. They run out. I don't know.
Run out of more.
It's just a bad timing.
Yeah.
And finally, them nurses got feeling sorry for me, and they give me a pill.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Don't knock this water over now." And she leave me a glass of water. Oh, you don't know what you get for a glass of water. You get that
when you go without one for so long.
Just what would you pay for one glass of water?
Yeah.
I didn't buy them credit.
You must have wanted
I give them some of my stamps, right? Oh, we've had a good time.
You just swapped in your green stamps, huh?
We're still here, so good, ain't it?
You're on the green side of the grass, brother.
I've been trying to get over here for the last hour, and something keeps coming up.
I understand.
Finally, we just had to shut our eyes and go, didn't we?
Yeah.
Go and hang on.
It's something else. We got and Anthony, he's gone to Nashville.
Okay.
He sold a huge set of drums to somebody. I don't know. I actually took them to Nashville. The shipping on them from Nashville, wherever they went, was $800. So he had to be down there this morning to get them shipped. I mean, to get them where they went.
Where they need to go.
We got a lot of really good Martin guitars. I've got one in pretty blue, and then, of course, we just had one and sold it.
Yeah.
Other than just come in and sold it. We got another that just come in yesterday, I believe. But you're going to see a big selection of Martin guitars just come to Ciderville. We got
them.
And he's here. He was here last week.
We're trying to keep one of everything. You know, it's good.
Yeah.
It sells. And it's been real good.
Good. Good.
It's pretty good. You know, so much of it nowadays is mail order.
Yes.
And internet is just, this is a new world.
It is a new world. It's a different world.
I got to tell you something. Now, this is what's strange. One of our company cars, we used to take it over, and it's probably, it's probably 7 or 8 year old, maybe 10.
Mm-hmm.
We take it over, the heater quit. He just puts a aftermarket switch up in it. Well, that don't work. He gets another put in and set the game on one. Well, finally, we have to take it. After you do that, you have to take somewhere and get programmed.
After you get
programmed. I mean, used to, your heater went out. You just go buy a $2 switch and stick it on there.
Yeah, you're good to go.
And we're supposed to be in better shape than we was 40 years ago.
We're supposed to be.
We're not in too good shape.
Yeah.
Then, take it over, and they got to figure out what was done wrong. It took them 2 hours to get it unprogrammed so they could start back 4 hours to get it programmed.
Jesus
Took
Louise.
2 hours to unprogram it.
To unfix
they
it?
just didn't know where the switch come from, or,
Yeah.
If they just looked, I'm sure they could start China somewhere.
Yeah.
Got everything you get.
Used to we had the Chinese connection, but I don't reckon we don't have it anymore or something. I don't know. Oh, it's strange, ain't it?
Yes.
I was thinking this morning about the good old days. We had them 60 mini stores.
Yeah.
And, you're going to get some damaged and tore up stuff out of 60 little stores.
Yeah, sure.
Plus, we had Lafayette Music in Appalachian Academy in Ciderville, and I tried to have something for everybody. If Ciderville didn't have it, you probably didn't need it.
Yeah.
See, I found out everybody was going to sell out a bunch of parts and stuff like that, and I'd buy it. And I'd call Gibson and say, "Hey, would you like to have a bunch of banjo heads? We're switching models." I said, "Okay." We got 200. I said, "Yeah."
Send them on.
Just practically give them to me.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of them. We don't throw them in the garbage. What would you give for them? It's just nothing.
Yeah.
I bought a bushel basket full of banjo keys, tuning keys to put strings on. A bushel basket.
A basket full.
Lord, we sold them for years. But
I reckon.
Dealers and people wanted them because they didn't have none like that to work on, because Gibson don't have no more.
Sure.
They sold all of them. And I was thinking about that, and I've buying them fiddles by 200 at a whack. And when they come back broke, maybe the neck come loose on one. Well, I just took it apart. Fingerboard sold for as much as I had in the whole fiddle. And the neck sold for as much as I had in the whole fiddle. So I just take it apart. I had a neck, I had a fingerboard.
Whatever you needed.
Yeah. Had a chin rest. And then I take in bodies, build your own fiddle.
Build a fiddle, like build a bear.
You'd be surprised how many people boy, that is a pretty body. I think I'll buy some parts and put it back.
And put it right back.
If you bought the whole fiddle for $99, you'd have about $300 in it that way. I sit and watched every little thing. Of course, the good Lord give me some of Cass Walker's ideas.
Little horse sense.
And him and the Lord together, I guess. And I come up. That's just where you do things. He just.
Well, yeah.
You know, he was just so smart. And he said, if they sell greens for $1 a bag, sell them greens for $1 a bag. Throw in a little piece of fat meat, season it with. So
one better.
Yeah. You know, I always had to be ahead of the game, but I was sitting there. I've been a lot of thinking here in the last few days of the things that I did in the past few years. But when I got with him, it was just a brand new world.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got to, and I told this before, and Howard, I think, told it, but we was going down the road, and he looked over at me, and he said, "Now, I'm not Cass Walker." And I thought, well, who are you? Yeah. He said, "David, what I want you to understand is, I'm not Cass Walker. I work for Cass Walker just like you do."
Mm-hmm.
He says, if I get thinking I'm Cass Walker, I may spend way too much money. But if I think Cass Walker is a company that I work for, I want to see it survive.
Yeah.
Boy, he was smart with it.
He was smart. You know how to
I
look
want to see it survive. I want to see it get big. And so I have to treat it like I'm working for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got thinking that way, and that's a good way to think. Yeah. I mean, you got to, if you ain't careful, I own that over here, and I own this over here, and I own that, correctly.
Yeah.
But my daddy taught me as a little boy, he said, "David, you don't own anything.
Nope.
You can use it." They bought that farm over there. They owned from that Bullen at Brick Creek Bridge.
Yeah.
Plumb up into Lonesome Dove on both sides of the highway. And they bought it in 1912. And see, I've got a sign up over if anybody wants to drive on it. That is Dixie Highway that went from Florida to Canada.
Yeah.
And Daddy said he'd see 2 cars maybe a week come through. Everything's horse and buggies.
Mm-hmm.
But see, his daddy, when they bought it in 1912, his daddy sat him down and talked to him. He said, "Now, son, you boys has got a big farm here." And he had a grist mill on it and a store. It's a big thing. He said, "But listen, don't never think it's your alls." He said, I wonder how many 100 people is on this farm.
Yeah.
Before we got it.
Yeah.
1912, we bought this something, wasn't it?
Wow.
And Daddy,
how many acres was it?
You know, somebody asked me something the other day that was you know, it was interesting, and I did know the history on it. A lot of people don't know it, but right down below Ciderville, going down Mahaffey Road, there was a schoolhouse in there called Doolin's. The people lived in there was Doolin's.
Mm-hmm.
Dooleys or Dooleys. And so they built a school and named it Doolin's School.
Okay.
It's a great big building. I've been in it and I saw it. My daddy went to school there.
Okay.
And so when he did, that's before they built Claxton. Daddy went to school there, and he said they had about 4 classes in it. They had it curtained off kind of, and they had 4 different grades in it.
Yeah.
And later it became a church. They closed the school out when they got Claxton over here and called it Doolin's Church.
Okay.
Well, when we built the Claxton Church of God out there, it went to Dooley's. They named it Dooley's because that was a Dooley's community.
Yeah.
And I remember at 5-year-old, I was down there to the fellow that gave him the property to build a church on. And he had an old sled. I just real little boy. And I can see it like I'm looking at this microphone. He got over, and the guy, they called him Pap Emmer, but he was Pap. And that was his son that lived there, and it was his son. And he went in and hooked that old horse up that sled. And then he stuck a plow up. And then he got on the sled and rode it up that old rough rock road to where the Claxton Church of God is, which we built in 47 and named it Doolin's.
Yeah.
Dooley's Chapel. And that was a cornfield like. And then when Daddy left down there and drove by, and I remember looking out of the truck and that guy's down there plowing that old mule. People don't know the history. Said, do you know anything about how it started? I said, I know exactly how it started. I was with my daddy when he hauled marble dust and sand and stuff to build it.
Yeah.
He had no 39 Dodge. And I remember him taking it, had one of the big bumpers, pulling all them saplings up now to make a parking lot. They didn't have something you could. You could either dig them up or pull them up. And Daddy got that old Dodge. Boy, they was bragging on it.
Just jerk them out of the ground.
Get them. You know, it's funny. They really bragged on their stuff back then, didn't they?
Yeah.
A mule, a horse. That's the best thing you ever put a collar on its neck. But I remember, and I started telling them about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a piece of the tile. They tore it down, built a new church, you know.
Yeah.
And what happened, because I worked in tile later on, when I was about 19, I started putting tile down and stuff. But it was just a block church, no paint.
Yeah.
No paint inside or out. And it was a rock face. They was making them in Knox Arn at that time. That's what they called it, the rolling mill.
Uh-huh.
And they'd go in there and take shavings and put that linseed oil in it, put it on the floor. So them preachers stomped, you know, it puts your lights out, almost that does. And they do that. So somebody, back then you used what they gave you.
Yeah.
And somebody gave us some Molly orange, about the color of these chairs, paint. And they painted them. I told them, I said, they painted them floors orange. I couldn't believe it. So when that guy went under the dozer to take all that up, he got there and hit that tile. And you turn that tile, and I got a piece in my house. There's that orange paint on the back. Well, it's just funny. And if you didn't know this, but you get in real trouble with tile. That old-timey towel is asbestos stuff. What you done, you take that towel and you put that black stuff down today, and you don't lay the towel till tomorrow. You get it dry, and then you lay it. Well, a lot of people, when they first got it, they'd put that towel down, that glue down, and put that towel, and stuff would squirt up through the cracks. And then they'd get gasoline or something, clean it, and that'd go down there, and
ruin the...
You track tile everywhere out in the yard. It was just like his blacktopping when you...
It's a mess.
But anyhow, they got that old towel. See, I remember when they put it down brown. So on one side it's brown, the other side it's orange. And I was telling a lot of history on that church. They're going to do a little movie on it, they said. And they just went bananas with it. And I was trying to remember a lot of the pastors that we went through with, you know.
Yeah.
It's really good I think good for any church if you got a bunch of pictures of all your pastors.
Well, yeah, you remember who was where.
And I remember some of them. The one I told you I remember most was one that guys may start sparking their teeth, may get more of my money you're going to get because he's getting a divorce. Because this woman was older than him, and she was real good shape, he says. And so she got alimony. Oh, that made him mad because he's working in Knox Arn, West, hard work.
Yeah.
He weighed 425, but he wasn't fat. He was
just a big man.
He had a big man. And he said, guys may spark, your teeth may grit, but the more money you're going to get, well, they just come and put him in jail. But my daddy was a deacon, and another guy I thought was a deacon. And they had to go get him out so he could preach on Sunday. So they go up to get him, and they got him out. And the next week or two, he went about, I guess he paid a few weeks. He got mad at her again, said she was as disabled workers he was. He wrote another poem, and they put him back in jail again. I remember I was a little boy walking down the courthouse lawn, and Daddy looked over. His name was Woodrow. Daddy said, Wood, I'm going to tell you right now, buddy. He said, let up on them poems. He said, our church ain't got nothing else than a treasure. We're broke. That's so funny. But and then I was telling him one thing about we had this bus, got this bus, 39 GMC. Somebody painted with a brush, painted blue instead of no school bus. Painted blue now. And we'd get on that bus, we're so happy at a church bus. But it never would get over top of that ridge above Sideville. It'd always break down right up close to the top. And they'd take one of the car, go back, take everybody get cars and come take it with park old bus. And then Daddy, I remember him taking it to the garage, him and the other deacon to get it fixed. But it actually fixed it, never get over. Back in, nowadays, Lord, shade tree mechanics make them work.
Yeah.
But they was all, I guess, done something side. They was used to horse and buggy. They work on shade tree cars back then. But they was come out and interviewed me, and that was just, they just laughed. This guy told me, he said, he come out of Sunday school a few weeks ago, and he said, boy, they used one of your sayings a while ago. And I said, they did. They'd had a business meeting. He said, after Sunday school, said, we had a business meeting, and we're going to raise some money to do something. And said they said what you said with Brother Paul, when he he had that big trailer sitting there and outside bathroom, the water hose run up to sister's house, and it went in and had one little old lever to turn the lights on. He had a line hooked into it, and we did, why, that's where he got his use. And he had a 38 long-nosed Packard. Oh, I loved that car. That was my favorite car. Them old 38s.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And big, long, them great big. I almost bought one at a car show one time. I come very near buying it, almost did. But I didn't, but that's the only one I guess I ever wanted bad that I didn't buy. Usually I bought them. Sometimes I give too much for them, but I'd come out on them.
We ought to go get you one now.
But anyhow, my first car was a Packard, by the way. 51. Couldn't drive. I mean, no driver's license. I was just a young boy. And then the guy went in cahoots and bought it, sold it, made some money on it, of course. We'd drive it all around over around the back of it. We ain't in no place to go no Monday, no.
Yeah.
No lot. But anyhow, they didn't give him money on Sunday night at all, but they gave him what you call a pounding. Coming out them hams, big old sliced hams, eggs. They had a whole bench up on the rostrum where they just filled potatoes, apples, oranges, ham, buttermilk. He had it. Oh, he had like a king. He got a preacher. Bless God, I tell you people right now, I enjoy being here. I like his church. I enjoy the people. Everything I get, that I'm hooked up to gas, lights, water. But he said, and look at the best food in the world. But I want you people to know here, bless God, that Packard out there won't run on that buttermilk. We're going to get some money in it. I told that before, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and so that guy had used it. He said we was back there raising money for something. And he said, now listen, boys, we got to get off this here hum-hawing. This project will not run on buttermilk.
Yeah.
But, it's so many things that you learn down through there. And I got a special guest here today.
No.
You got Brother Mike.
There ain't no special guest here.
Brother Mike and his daddy I traded my car for a 42 Chevrolet truck. And that was my first hauling.
Yeah.
And I made a peddling truck out of it and went house to house. I got me a banjo and put it behind the seat. I just began to pick. I hadn't got no job yet. And I just pulled up and they need some apples, oranges, bananas, bread, drinks. I had a lot of stuff on it. And what it was an old rusty truck, kindly. And somebody gave me a gallon of red paint, so I took and a brush
and painted it.
And put white sideboards on it and white walls. And Mr. Abson painted me too. It's David's something. He wrote on the door. I forgot what I'm doing so many things, but oh man, I pull up. Could you think about a boy, 21-year-old, look like he's 15, 16, burr haircut? Ma'am, would you like to have some apples, oranges, or tomatoes? And this one woman, they had a big farm, the prettiest farm down through there. Oh, they had this big cattle barn, a house. It was a prize place. It was the mansion of Happy Road.
Yeah.
And big shade trees, and I'd pull up. This lady'd run out every time. She'd say, give me so much tomatoes. Give me so much. All that stuff. Well, they had gardens there and it going to waste. Her husband would come out there and got on to her. He said, what on earth is wrong with you, woman? Said, buying this stuff, and that's got it going to waste. She said, they got no worry about you. Get back in the house right now. This is me doing this. She said, this kid is working hard trying to do something, and I'm behind him 100%. And you get in the house. And she said, are you going to play me one? Oh, yeah, I'm going to play you.
Pick a couple.
I don't know how many people told me. He said, my grandpa or my uncle said, he remembered you come to the house and you just get that banjo out and sit there and play a while. Directly to get feeling sorry for me.
Buy something.
I guess. I don't know. I just...
Yeah. Whatever it took.
I made it good, everything I did.
Yeah.
And he's got one just like it. We bought one. He found me one, and we got it. And he's got it because it's his daddy's. But anyhow, Mike grew up right there next door to me. I mean, he started out.
Lived there for a few years.
Yeah.
Then come down and not Papa every chance I got.
Oh, your Papa was something else, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Trade cards all the time. Well, let's talk a little bit about you playing music. You're with how many groups? You're with a group.
One group.
One group, yeah.
Mason Family.
You was with two groups there for a while.
Yeah.
You played
I got to play at Union County Opera twice. Opened for Con.
Opened for Con, didn't you?
1 year. Yeah, that was probably the highlight of my career right there.
I bet.
Yeah, get to
open up for Con Hunley.
Yeah, somebody no better than I am get to play in a group that opens for Con Hunley. That's something, you know.
Something.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoy being with the group I'm with.
Tell them, y'all got some places. Tell them some places you've been playing or going to play.
Well, right now they ain't got nothing till first year, and I don't know when it is. I just keep up with it about a month ahead of time, so I know. But they do quite a bit at churches. They branched out. We done 2 or 3 different churches over in Maryville this past year. And they go wherever. They ain't got no set price. If you want to take up for them, they'll take it, but they don't set a price. You got to have this, or we won't come. You know.
Sure.
And I've been with them about 5, 6 years, I guess.
How many's in your group?
If you count musicians and always, about 8 or 9.
Cool.
That's a good sized group.
Put on a show.
They got.
Gonna say that's a show right
there. Well, 2 young ladies and counting me 3 guys that tries to sing, and then they got, of course, we all 3 guys play, and then there's a mandolin player and 2 more guitar pickers.
You played dobro?
Try to, yeah.
Well, your daddy was a good dobro player.
Yeah, he was.
He was just a good musician.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a little bit of.
You got a little bit of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, his daddy was a professional. He's real good. He's a guy, Ron, told you, he said, I need a capo. He said, well, get me some rubber band and pencil. Made me one. I was too broke to pay attention, so he just made me a capo.
Yeah. He lived for music.
Yeah.
He helped me a lot.
He told Mom said, after he passed away, he told her, I guess shortly after they was married, that he ever got to where he couldn't play, he was ready to leave here. And 2 weeks before he died, he picked the last he picked.
Wow.
And I said, well, I ain't that that way I enjoy it to a certain extent. But if I never pick another instrument
You
up,
do
I'm
with
gonna
it or
enjoy
without
the rest
it.
of my life.
Yeah, I got you.
Know? And that it shows in my music, and it showed in his music.
Sure.
Because he was that much better than I am, because he lived it.
He lived
enjoyed it. You know, and but he could. A fiddle was the only thing I ever seen him pick up one time, and he said he just couldn't get a fiddle to work. But he could take lead on anything he played. He could take lead on.
Really?
And played piano, and he got a different sound out of it than anybody else.
Really?
His mother and two sisters played piano.
Uh-huh.
Mama, if she didn't have a book, she didn't need a piano. One of the sisters could play either way.
By music or by ear?
Yeah, and the other sister was like Dad. She was more by ear.
Uh-huh.
Dad had finally got to where he could look at and tell you what chord it was wrote in, and that was about it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I remember as a kid, Dad would go down there, and I remember going through the cow pasture, across the bridge, and going in the back door.
Yeah.
At the store back when I was just a little feller. And it's good to get to come back and be
full circle.
Yeah, you know, and it's just, it's nice, you know. Papa, he passed away when I was 13 years old. So after that, I didn't spend much time down there.
Yeah.
You know. But I got a lot of good memories down there, you know, playing with his nephews. And, of course, I had 3 cousins that growed up right there on the hill next to David. And then after I retired out, I've got time.
Now you do.
So I get to come around.
Yeah.
I said, when you work 50, 60 hours, you don't have time to visit and go.
You know, and if you do, you don't feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. But, Dad, he had to improvise and make work with what he had on a lot of stuff when it come to vehicles, and I picked that up from him, you know. He said that we was, the first place I remember us living was Raccoon Valley, right above the interstate down there. The old house was gone. But he said he had no car jacked up. Of course, back then, they jacked them up with a bumper jack and crawling under them. They didn't think nothing about them, you know. And he was doing something and said he had to roll over to get out, and he couldn't turn over. And said Mama had set me out the back door, and of course, the house was a good ways off the road. And I had went out there and gotten on the car with him, and I was setting up on the car, and he couldn't roll over to get out. Said he went to hollering and going on, and finally got Mama's attention. She come out there and got me, and he said anytime that I was outside, I was under his feet if he was working on a car. So.
Yeah.
And I just...
That's how you picked it
up. Yeah. Went from there, you know, and one of my grandsons asked me one time, said, why do you work all the time? I said, that's all I know.
Yeah.
You know, back when we was growing up.
That's what you did.
Yeah. You got to working as soon as you're big enough to walk about it, carrying coal in or taking the trash out or
both.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's only one, you done it all. If you had another brother or sister, you could
cut wood
once in a while.
We'd have to go out and split wood and get wood and bring it in.
Carry coal in. And Dad took vacation. It was to work around the house. It wasn't to take off and go somewhere, you know.
Yep, I do know.
I said, that's all I know. And I said, we take off now and go some once in a while, but I said, I don't enjoy going to the beach. If I go once every 10 years, it's a penny for me, you know. But yeah, things have changed. People change. But yeah, I enjoy being around David and
keeping him in line.
Trying to, you know. Of course, he keeps me in line too.
That's good.
We got to work together.
Call line up on line.
Yeah,
lining up.
Yeah, we got to work. We got to help each other out.
I got you.
But yeah, it's
You know, I was thinking about some things that we do, and I'm trying to back off from these shows, not do so much of them. But they won't. I just come out of the doctor's office Tuesday. Phone was ringing. You never guess it was Noah Peters. You know the guy that plays.
Yeah, I know the singing barber. Yeah.
Boy, he's big, ain't he?
Oh, Lord.
You know, he draws a lot of money off just doing that stuff.
He makes money online.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He called me up. He's just in there and bought his, well, it's going to be his wife. He's fixing to get married, but he bought a real, I don't guess they're listening, but he bought something nice.
He bought her something pretty full of nice, so we won't give it away.
They listen to us a lot.
Yep.
And so he called me up. He said, David. I said, yeah. He said, I got something for you to do. And I said, okay. Won't you play for my wedding? I said, what?
What? That's awesome.
He said, now the reason I want you to do this, I asked my wife, who did we want to get? And she said, I want you to get David WYSH. Said he put on the best variety show.
I love that.
Wild Wings of anybody I've ever heard. Said he just puts on a good show. And he said, you think you can do that for me? I said, well, how long is this off? He said, April or May. And I said, well, if I don't play for a funeral before that, I might do it. I hate to tell him no. And
well,
he
sure.
said North Georgia. He's just right on the Tennessee and Georgia line.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
I don't know. I might go do it. It's been flopping around in my head to go do it, you know.
Oh, if you're up, Mabel, go do it for him.
And I was just laying there yesterday morning. I woke up. When I wake up, I sit there and reminisce stuff that I did, and I started laughing. I was at the doctor's office, and this guy told somebody, the butcher's name was there, and he said, you need to get his autograph. Said he's played the White House, and he said presidents everywhere. And I woke up next morning. I was thinking about it. Well, see, I played for so many of them. They'd be like having them big meetings and things, and they had 3 rooms. They had the green room, the blue room, and the rose room. And there'd be maybe 25 in each room.
Yeah.
But they'd be, see, they don't call them over in like Egypt. I think it's Prime Minister in Scotland. And I don't know how many of those presidents was there.
Oh, Lord.
Well, they wanted me to do some bluegrass. So Jake got us into all this, Jake Butcher, and he said, now I want them to understand bluegrass. He said, now you go back there so I can get Ray Bull to work with me. At that time, he had a voice, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he could stay up there with Bob Osborne.
Oh, yeah.
And I walked in, and oh, man, we was playing for the Prince. The first was Prince of Jordan. And they was having a lot of conflict over, and he was under real tight security. They even checked the mashed potatoes and everything that went in. I stood right beside them. They had to stir everything up. And he said, now, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I got to do 3 songs. It'd be about 15 minutes, I guess. And he said, well, we're taking you straight to the Prince of Jordan, and you're going to stand right there beside him and play for him. And he said, now, with the CIA, I believe he called himself, said, we're going to stay with you. We're going to stand there with you. And then when you get through, we're going to escort you back out. Said, it won't be like at the rest of the places, but this place is under real tight security. So I go in, and I don't know what to do. I don't even know these people.
This was at Jake's house, wasn't it? Was this at Jake's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say or what to do.
Yeah.
How do you talk to a bunch of people who can't speak English? I walked out and I said, we are a bluegrass band, David WYSH's Side of Mountain Boys, and I said, we're going to do you a bluegrass song right now. And of course, you had to do Rocky Top.
Of course.
That was Jake's favorite song yet, and Foggy Mountain Breakdown was his favorite too. And I said, we're going to get this boy to sing. I said, now, before he starts singing, we didn't know PA, but we was right there with him. We didn't need one, Ray Bull. I said, we're going to tell you about it. You've heard of people that can break glass with her voice. This guy can split stumps. Well, there was some of them understood it, and they all started like,
And some of them did.
And some of them didn't. And he said, hold up, man, hold up, man. And they started giving it to the interpreters, and the interpreters would tell this pal and this pal. It took them about 15 minutes to life it off.
Yeah.
Of course, actually, some they understood it.
Yeah.
But,
Mm-hmm.
And then Jake said, don't change that, do it in every room. And so we had to do it in every room like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to see him get an interpreter. And, you know, I've done different things like that with, like he sent me to World's Fair to teach Caribbeans how to play Rocky Top, Boggy Mountain Breakdown on the big steel drums. Well, they couldn't speak a bit of English. And I can only go, do, 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 do. That guy, he'd make them marks, and he'd say, okay, hold up right there. And he'd just call it off, and they go, bong, bong, bong. It took 2 days to just teach them 2 songs. I'm talking about hard work.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of the things I went through with and done, I've had a life like, and I got a scrapbook of where if I would, when I
You got a couple of them.
Yeah.
I got a lot of scrapbooks, but I got one I just took down to the store.
Yeah.
That's Planet Washington for 1 million people. But I look back at it, and it's just like a dream. I don't know how it could have happened, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Close your eyes and it flipped by, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just, and some of the people, and I always, you know, that's all I mean, that's where I made my biggest part of my living was playing music.
Yeah.
And of course, I invested in real estate and music store. I was playing music, Bond and Buster, when I met the guy that helped me get the music store business. Maybe that probably never would have met him if I had been playing for Bond and Buster. And probably wouldn't even had a music store. Probably I might have went back to peddling.
Yeah.
At that time, too, I was a professional school bus driver.
Yeah.
I started that, but I started it before I was 21, and I didn't even have a license. I pulled up over at this guy. I'll tell you, this is kind of strange. This is funny, really. I was sitting on the bench, me and the guy, and he pulled around one of them big buses. And he stopped there and take a break with me. He knowed me, and I said, where are you going? He said, I just took a load of people somewhere, and I'm going to go back up there to the terminal and park this bus. And me and him sitting on that bench, he said, did you ever drive a bus? And I said, I never drove a bus. Come out here and ride. So I got to get my cars at the terminal. Said, that's where I'm going to let you drive that bus in Knoxville. And I said, I guess I could, you know. So he gets me in the driver's seat, and he said, now sit there a minute, don't start off. Said, hunt them gears out. Said, you got to find them numbers where them gears are. And I sat there, and I went through them. He said, now you go on that, and that, and that, and he showed how to do them. And I said, okay. I usually catch on real quick. He said, if you got them gears down, I said, yeah. He said, now start off right. One, you can't start off just anywhere you got to start. So I pulled out. I done pretty good. You know, he said, boy, you're natural. You're doing good. I got in Knoxville, the terminal. He said, now turn in right here, and there's all kinds of buses in there. He said, now pull up there and said, there's a hole right there. This bus will go in that hole. Don't you pull up there and back in that hole. And I said, I don't know about this now. And I pulled it up there, and I backed in that hole real good. And he said, you know, you're a natural bus driver.
He was recruiting you right there. You didn't even know.
Yeah. So I come home, you know, at a young boy, like I come home, I was all excited.
You're now a bus driver.
And I said, I'm a bus driver. And they said, what are you talking about? I drove one to Knoxville, and that guy said, I was just a professional.
He's the cat's man.
Well, this guy heard about me. He's sick. After he came to school, he was driving one of Curly's buses, had a brand new Chevrolet. And he called me up and said, I heard you was a bus driver. I said, oh, yeah, I'm a bus driver. I said, he said, I had to be off sometime. Would you be a substitute bus driver for me? I said, yeah. He said, well, come on. Get on here. I said, we got to go down Blockhouse Valley and go over and get high school kids and bring them to Claxon, and then we load up and take them all in. And we got going down through there yesterday. He pulled over and said, get up here and drive this bus to Clinton. I said, okay. Boy, I pulled right in over. He said, it's good. He said, I'm going to go ahead and run the route. And I said, you know how to do it. I can see that. Well, about 3 or 4 weeks, he calls up and said, I'm got to be somewhere. And he said, go to my house, pick that bus up. It's one of them big and 66 biggest that made it that time.
Yeah.
Go pick it up. And he said, you know where to start. And I said, yeah, but I don't know where to let nobody off at. And he said, they'll tell you. He said, just tell kids get up front and said, tell me where to stop at. So I did. I got them up there, and they said, you can stop right there's the next stop. Oh, where's the next stop? I get off right there. And then I went to Clinton and got them. They done me the same way and everything. So that happened. That guy stayed gone for a while, and I drove for, I guess, 2 weeks. And Mr. Haskew was principal. I'd had him as a principal when I went to school there, and he said, he come out and said, David said, do you like this job driving the bus? And I said, oh, yeah, I like it, because it fit right in with my fiddling.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't need to be fiddling at that time of day. No, I had to play fiddle late in the evening. I said, yeah, I like this job. And he said, I'm going to call and tell him to give it to you. So he called somebody in Clinton and said, I got a guy over here to take this bus route. Said that other guy's off and on so much. Said, take him off and put down David West. So I did. I'm sitting over here.
You're bus driver now.
Yeah. I'm sitting in front of Clinton High School, and I'm the youngest guy there, you know, and I just can't listen to everybody. I know what they. This guy said, we're going to have bus inspection next week. And said they're going to ride with you, a cop or somebody. The big man will be riding with you. They ride with everybody. And he said, now, I'm going to tell you some things. Have you ever been through one before? And I said, no. Yeah, I said, no, sir. And he said, now, don't shift them gears and take one of them hands off that steering wheel and let down there like. He said, you may be in the habit of doing like we do. He said, we shift the gears and we're holding it with our left hand, lay that right hand down on that big gear shift. Said, that's just no way with slang thing you do. He said, don't do that now. I said, that'll cost you points. He said, when you shift gear, you keep both hands up there and keep them thumbs in them slots. Because if you see you wrap your thumb around, you'll turn it down. I mean, it costs you a point. He said, because if that steering wheel jerks like that, it might break your thumb or cause you a wreck. It used to be in that. You remember how they were. And I was trying to remember all that. And he said, have you had your physical this year? And I said, no. He said, well, how'd you get your license? I said, I ain't got no license.
What license?
He said, but you going to get some, you ain't got no driver's license. I said, not for a bus. I got something for my car. He said, you better get somewhere. He said, you go to the Mr. Ladd was over all of them. You get to Mr. Ladd and ask him what you need to do. I walked in, Mr. Ladd, he smoked that big pipe, the nicest guy you ever met. And he said, he's over all the buses. He said, you know, I've been getting some reports on you. Said, everybody likes you. And said, you're doing a good job over there. He said, you go down to the health department and tell them to give you a physical and tell them I sent you down there and they give me a physical. He said, come back up here and I'll do the paperwork. And then I'm going to send you to a driver's place over there. And said, and it was Barker, the highway patrol Barker. And I pulled up in that bus. He said, what are you in here for, David? And I said, I got to get my special chauffeur license. Special chauffeur license? And I've been waving at you every evening going by, so I know you drive. He said, I don't know. He said, pull up, back up. That's where I got him going. But I was just always, seemed like things just happened to me, you know.
In the right place at the right time.
I guess.
Right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. I just, good Lord bless me to do a lot of things, I guess. Help a lot of people. Do a lot of things that a lot of people didn't get.
Yeah, sure.
That I saw a lot of things in my day. Let's talk a little bit about Ciderville, because we started late. We don't run overtime here.
You're doing all right.
You know, Christmas is coming on.
Christmas is coming.
Next week.
We want everybody to have
week from today. Can you believe it? Jeez,
you know,
Louise.
I'm going to thank everybody this Christmas for the many, many years of business and all the people that's helped me as I went up the ladder,
Yeah.
They've been people that done things for me that it just was unheard of.
Yeah.
And they always good to me. I mean, it was just a great life I've had it. And I don't thank everybody for Christmas. And hope they have a happy New Year's. We got a big sale going on right now. Anthony has got more drums than anybody. As Ron says on the commercial.
Yeah, it's more than anybody in the state.
It's the biggest drum store.
Yeah.
He goes out and buys them every week. Comes in trailer. He's got a big trailer load of them. I ain't never saw some of the brands he's got.
Jeez,
I mean, you got to go over and see it.
I've been over there. I've seen he's got them stacked up. Yeah, he's rolling through them. He's turning them over.
Oh,
quick.
He's gone to Nashville today, to take a bunch. But anyhow, one of the greatest guys, Anthony Lay, is a good guy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I just appreciate him so much. He's written to him.
Yeah.
Because he's really trying hard.
He is.
He's got a lot of Fender. He's got Gretsch. I go down just about every day and sit and talk to some of my friends, and it's a lot of fun to get people go, oh, David's here. Hey, David.
There you go.
They want to sit there and tell me a story about this or that. But not only that, we got the Martin dealership. I let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And about 8 months later, I guess, he took it over, took Ciderville over.
Yeah, I remember.
And then told us that you'll never get it back. And the guy that was the rep said, you won't get it back. Said, you couldn't get it back for $1 million. And I said, well, I don't want it back.
I wouldn't have given it up.
I retired. Well, so he said, don't get that in your head. There were so many people calling the Martin Company. Why can't we get our Martin to Ciderville like we've done all these years? And all the calls, and see, they'd cut way back. I don't have very many dealers right now. And it was just playing backwards and forwards, and they had to call every day, and it just got into a rat race.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy called finally and said, let him hit it. He said, I guess it is a no-land market.
Yeah.
We've done it so many years with Ciderville's been so big, and said we all need to stay together. And we got it.
Yeah.
And I told Anthony how to do it.
Who was that? Was that the folks up at Martin that decided to do that?
Huh?
Was that Chris Martin or who that decided?
No. Chris had done dropped it.
Yeah.
I could got Chris is like that.
Yeah.
Chris had went in with Sweetwater. Of course, he's CEO. He at different places, but he let a new guy have CEO of Martin.
Gotcha.
And he's one that he started researching this and going through all of his phone calls.
Gotcha.
And he said, let him have it. And when we did, the rep, and he was a fairly new rep, and our first order, he said, I ain't never saw an order that. I said, now, if you want to sell Martin, you got to have one of everything.
You got to have them.
Yeah, I called just a few weeks ago. I want a deluxe something. Yep, we got it hanging right here. Just come in.
Boom.
And
yeah,
that's what you got to do though to have it.
You got to have
it right back.
Yeah.
I mean, put it right back.
A lot of people, they decide they want it, and if you give them 2 or 3 weeks, they change their mind. They want something else.
Yeah, and if you call, yeah, we got it. Well, you're the only one that's got it.
Yeah.
I remember I used to stock 12 D45s.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
You got a D45? Yep. Well, you're the only store that got one of them. I said, well, we got plenty of them. I had 12.
Yeah.
And then Martin, I've had Martin used to, they called me and said, David, we'll plumb out of D45s. Could you turn some sideways for us to another store or two? And I said, yeah, help everybody. I like everybody. I said, let me tell you, boy, they kept me out for years, though. They fought me on that.
Oh, those other guys did. I know.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, let me tell you how I feel about it. If you want to put Guitar Center straight across the street from me, it'd tickle me pink.
Yeah.
I said, because I learned something from a Jew. The Jew said, I'll trade nickels with you all day long. for nothing. After a while, somebody's going to make a mistake, and it ain't going to be me.
Yeah.
that was his philosophy.
Yeah.
So he thought he was going to.
Yeah.
And I said, if you put 5 music stores with Martin right straight over on that bluff, you'd tickle me dead.
Yeah.
Because there ain't nobody can beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Your overhead ain't near what theirs is, so
see, I
they've got to
cheap.
make it.
I live cheap.
Yeah. That's what I haul garbage, all my life. And a little company come in years ago and started commercial. And they'd go in and say, we don't care what you're paying, we'll do it for half. And they took a lot of counts. And my boss said, I don't know how they do that. I said, I can tell you how they do it. We'll park their garage, their business. I smoke through and see how many employees they got in the office. I said, that office is dead weight. Somebody's got to make their money for them. I said, and the guys out here hauling the garbage is ones that's done.
Hey, you know what?
So if they ain't got that dead weight, they can get it a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah.
I said, how big's your business? You got overhead, you got to have it.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
That's like David competing against them. He could still make money and not have to make as much off of each instrument.
Absolutely.
Because
we done a volume.
When you've got 100 employees, somebody's got to pay their paycheck.
Sure.
And a lot of them don't look at it like that.
There wasn't a store that I know of nowhere that sold us at 13 Martins a day.
No. Probably still isn't.
Nowhere.
No.
I doubt there is anywhere right now.
And
even now.
If they'd have been smart, they could have come down some on their prices and sold more. And the bottom dollar is how many goes out that door. That's what you make. It's not that you made one big sale.
Yeah.
Them little sales.
Yeah. And another thing is, my daddy told me, he said, now, always have the money.
Yeah.
When you're going to buy a bunch of something.
Yeah.
Have the money to take care of it.
Yeah.
And don't go over what you know you can get out of it.
Yeah.
He said, if you got the money, you can buy it cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said, because I went in them big NAM shows. I wouldn't go back. We had 60 mini stores, and they had a lot of stuff in them. They had drums, they had guitar, electric guitar, fiddle, mandolin, banjo, one of every instrument.
Yeah.
And I'd walk in there and be a pallet of fiddles.
Yeah.
I mean, on that pallet, 200. Lord, who would even want to look at 200 fiddles? I want them all.
I know.
My goodness, who'd even let me get away from them? Them things, old fiddles. Who would want any? What would you take to me? I said, I just like to have a life. He'd tell me, and I'd go way under it. I said, I'm crazy. I'll give you so-and-so. And well, we got one that in it. And I said, well, I can't help that.
Yeah. It ain't your fault.
It's your fault.
Yep.
And we'd start digging and drinking. I'd buy them. I could sold them to other stores.
Yeah.
Sure.
I needed every one of them.
Yeah.
I remember one time we had a corner and there were 200 fiddles in it. And Ellie White said, somebody come here and take a picture. I've never stood with 200 fiddles before. And then Chet was in there and he said, his wife had got him a camera. It's his birthday. And Bill Carlisle's going to take a picture. I want over here with all the guitars you can get in it. Chet.
Yeah.
But then I say, now, look here. I get free freight because you got to ship it back to your company.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you free freight. And another thing, I'm going to pay you tomorrow. She's going to write you a check. I get a 2% kickback. Okay, you get 2%.
Yeah.
I'd milk it for all it was in it.
Yeah.
He'll be a full pail before I got through that.
You said about electric guitars there a while ago. Anthony's got some one-offs over there, ain't he?
Got some what?
One-offs, some custom-made electric guitars.
Yeah.
Anybody,
Oh, yeah, he's got some of them, and he's got Les Paul, and he's got, we got one of them real high-dollar Martins, 1957, that the first batch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it for personal. I was going to keep it because I went out. I decided now I don't need it. But they're $10,000 if somebody wants this. This one is nice.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it plays
It's a nice.
He's almost plays himself, those saying does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got one other item that's hard to get to is a nice bass.
Mm-hmm.
When we make upright basses.
Yeah.
They're just so hard to get now because everybody, Englehart went out of business. Everybody went out.
Yeah.
Englehart bought K, and then they went out of business.
Yeah.
There ain't no Americans made now that I know of.
Mm-mm-mm.
And this is an import, but it's a high dollar one. We'll make a deal on it. But it's just stuff nowadays. And I'll tell you what's getting high is cases.
Yeah.
Because it's been getting high for years. It's not just here lately.
Yeah.
Because think about shipping them cases.
Oh, yeah.
In a big boat.
Yeah.
And if you put a guitar in every one of them, which is, I try to buy them with guitars.
Sure.
And see Fenders you can get Fenders with the guitar and add $100 to it for a good hard shell case.
Yeah.
But they told me, they said, David, case is just going to go sky high. They just one company or two makes them in America, and they're already up there.
Yeah.
And you just dash well buy them as you're at shipping them over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because what shipping's high.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's everything's bad. It's just, I'll tell you what really hurt this country real bad was that COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It just really, it thinned the population down. That's what I think they had in mind a little bit. And that's just my thought. I'm entitled to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was just bad. Anybody do something like that. I was playing, and I got witnesses of this, in January. And they come out, all kinds of senators and congressmen and everything. So I was playing a political thing. And this guy said...
Where was you? This is Washington, right?
He said, don't move. I'm going to make a 5-minute speech.
Yeah.
And he said, what we have got here is world peace. That's right before 9/11, January before 9/11. We've got world peace. He said, the very next thing, it won't be fought with missiles. It'll be germ warfare. 22 years off. And it happened in about 3 years before his prophecy.
Yeah.
And
I remember you telling me this.
Oh, I was standing right beside of it.
Yeah.
And I thought, what on earth is germ warfare?
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe it was happening till they closed the schools.
Mm-hmm.
And then they closed the restaurants. Then they closed church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they even had the food deal. They wanted the old people to go early.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
Oh, we all had it, Ciderville. Jeff had it, and Faye had it, and I had it, and Elma had it, and Steve had it. Everybody had it but Rhonda. Rhonda never did take it.
She didn't get it.
Never did till she died. And Roger, you know Roger, the watchman, he called. I'm taking zinc, and I'm taking this, and I'm taking that. And he said, I'll tell you, I said, if you had COVID, no. I said, listen, let's talk about something else. And I'm going to do you like my daddy told me. After you've had COVID and you get over it, I want you to call me up and let's talk about it. I said, I about died. I lost 20 pounds, 22 pounds with it. I said, I just about died with it. And they turned me out of the hospital because my breathing is good. And I come home, baby, you talk about sick. But I didn't want to go back there.
No, you
they
just...
They had bumper to bumper from out the front door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I come home, I like to die of that stuff. But, you know, I guess that's the way it went. Boy, we lost a lot of good friends, too.
Yeah.
I just played a show with Joe Diffie. I got a shirt
up there with...
we'd open for him.
Yeah.
You always up there?
Yeah, Merle was there.
Yeah. And, you know, he took it and died.
Yeah.
Charlie Pride and Charlie Daniels.
Yeah.
They died with both.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we better tell you, we done in no time. Come over and see us. We got gobs of Martins, different kind. They got some good new models.
I'm waiting on an old 92 Stevie Ray Vaughan Strat.
Well, we'll get you one
I want one of those, and I want one of these days, I want one of those Johnny Cash Martins.
I wish you had that $10,000 buddy. And
I wish I had $10,000. That's just it, buddy.
Ron, just coughed about that one.
Oh, no. Can't do that. Don't ask.
That's too much coughing, ain't it?
That's too much coughing.
Did you say coughing or coffee?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Too much of either.
Yeah. Anyhow, we want everybody to have a great big Christmas and thank all of you 100% from the bottom of my heart.
And a happy
for
New
all
Year.
you've done for Souderville.
Hey, yeah.
Done for us. And won't you come over and see us?
Yeah.
And Anthony's supposed to be back tomorrow. He'd go take the drums to Nashville. It'd probably take him biggest part of the daytime to get them on the plane or whatever it is and ship them. And come over and see us and have a big New Year's. We might be back. If we ain't back, we'll see you, good Lord, well, next year.
Yeah, it'll be New Year's.
Yeah, it'll be New Year because Thursday's Christmas and Thursday's New Year.
Next year.
It'll be next year. It'll be 2026. Woo!
Yeah.
Holy cow.
We barely got in on this year, didn't we?
We got it, though. We got in.
Yeah.
We've had fun and hope. And so many people come in. Y'all still doing that radio show at Talk? I said, yeah, when I get able, we'll start it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going through all this operation stuff right now. Gallbladder. It was about like people said, about 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, when it
pancreatitis.
Woo!
That's not. That's real deal, isn't it?
I got a CAT scan coming Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know whose cat they're going to be. Well, now let you keep praying for us and thank all of you for the good prayers and all you wonderful people for keeping us in business all these years. Till we get to see you again, as Mr. Walker said, you be good to the Lord and he'll be good to you. Thank you.
Perfect.
You tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.